Well, tonight's Changemaker, a woman who survived the ravages of war and genocide in Bosnia and decided to share her story through the pages of a young adult novel. Take a look. The Cat I Never Named is a memoir by Amra Sabic-El-Rayess. It chronicles her life as a Muslim teenager in Bosnia and Herzegovina, surviving the siege by the Serbian military nearly 30 years ago.
I spent 1,150 days living under the Serb military siege, cut off from the rest of the world, starving, losing many dear friends and family members that I had loved, simply because we were Muslim.
Thousands of Bosnian Muslims were massacred, victims of ethnic cleansing and genocide between 1992 and 1995 during the Bosnian War. She says a nameless refugee cat that followed her home one day helped save her. It became the focus of her book about living through the war.
She picked us as her family, adopted herself, and became really a critical source of hope, love during the war when humans hated us. And whenever I got depressed or really sad about what my life at that time looked like, she was there.
After the war, Amra immigrated to the U.S. and became a professor at Columbia University, teaching statistics. She incorporated stories of her own life into her lessons.
My students would always tell me that the stories I told in the classroom were the most important lessons that they had learned that later on shaped what they did in their own careers.
Amra is now studying why societies fall apart and what role education can play in rebuilding war-torn nations. She decided to write this book after her youngest daughter became concerned Muslims here in the U.S. might be rounded up and taken away.
That was for me a critical moment that jolted me, made me realize that in some ways I was abdicating my responsibility as a genocide survivor to share my story with the world.
You wrote the book for young adults. Why did you decide to target that demographic?
Because it allowed me to really open a window for young people in America to this idea that hatred has consequences. Hatred has a final destination, and that final destination is inevitably always violence.
In the meantime, if you want to learn more about her book, you can head to our website listed right there on your screen. And if you want to tell me about a local change maker, hit me up on social media, anywhere on social media, Tamsin Fidel.